Hari-bol. Dandavat pranams. So I'm trying something new. Instead of doing a live video, I'm just pre-recording this video and then I'll upload it because my internet is really bad and probably better this way anyways. I have more control. I'm not going to edit this video or anything though. I'm just doing one take and then uploading it. So now I'm just going to go over the 13th verse very quickly. It's a pretty easy verse and a pretty general verse. I don't have so much explanation for it, and I haven't seen so much deep explanation for it because it's pretty general, I think. But this is the most general definition of what is a Vaishnav, who is a Vaishnav. So I'm going to make this video small. There. And I'll bring this up. Video capture, there. I'm just getting used to just trying out this program called OBS. It's free software if anybody ever wants to make a video. This is a free thing. So, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ, vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. So this is, just like any normal Bhagavad Gita verse, Anushtubh, that same kind of meter. And so let's, gṛhīta means accepted. Oops. And so accepted, what? Viṣṇu. Viṣṇu here is referring to the Viṣṇu mantra. Viṣṇu mantra, like our dīkṣā mantras. And then dīkṣāko, initiated. So one who has been initiated, accepting the Viṣṇu mantras. So that's the first thing of what the general definition of a Vaishnav is: somebody who's accepted dīkṣā. They have got, the dīkṣā mantras, accepted the dīkṣā mantras. And then viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. And our para. Para means they are engaged in, also para means dedicated, absorbed in. So let's just say dedicated to the worship of Viṣṇu. And then nara means man, our person, that human. Let's just say, nara literally means human, but whatever, I'll just say a person. Okay, so a Vaishnav is a nara, a person who has gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, has gṛhīta accepted viṣṇu mantras, they're initiated into the Viṣṇu mantras, then viṣṇu-pūjā-paro, and are dedicated to the worship of Viṣṇu, are engaged in the worship of Viṣṇu. So let's try to memorize these first two lines now. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko. Let's do it 3 times. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko. Now, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Let's try without looking. We'll do it one more time with looking and then we'll do it without looking. Gṛhīta accepted viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Okay, now without looking. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ, gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Remember the meaning of all the words. Nara means a person. Gṛhīta, accepted. Viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, initiation into the Viṣṇu mantra. Viṣṇu-pūjā-paro was dedicated to the puja, to the worship of Viṣṇu. It was paro. Paro means dedicated, engaged in the worship of Viṣṇu. Nara, that person. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Alright, now let's bring this up. Vaiṣṇavo, that person is a Vaiṣṇav. A Vaiṣṇav. And abhihito, whenever there's a little, you'll see like a little comma here, that means it's, what is it called in Sanskrit? I think it's called a, I forgot, it had a special name. I've also heard it called a gupta a, but I've heard another name for it also. Anyhow, it is a silent a, and you don't pronounce it, but you just understand that this means a. So when you see that, that means abhihito. Abhihito means is called. So Vaiṣṇavo abhihito. Let's just say it without the though. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito, and then this is abhijñair, but again you see this gupta a. So this means abhijña means somebody who knows, the learned person, a wise person. So the wise. So Vaiṣṇavo bhihito is called the Vaishnav. Bhijñair, by the wise. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Vaishnav is called, and then by the learned. Okay, itaro smād means, itaro asmād means other, and asmād, I guess you'd say who are. I'm just going to say, let's just put this other others. Okay, that's. I think asmād means, then him, then that person, other people, other persons. Let's say other than him. Okay, sorry guys. Other than him, a Vaishnav. So all others are a Vaishnav, non-Vaisṇavas. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito is called the Vaishnav. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, by the learned. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. A Vaishnav is called by the learned. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Itaro smād, other than that person, all others. Let's just say all others. All others. All others. A Vaisṇava. All others are Vaisṇavas. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Itaro smād a Vaisṇava. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair. Itaro smād a Vaisṇava. Itaro, others, asmād, then that person, are a Vaisṇava. itaro smād avaiṣṇava, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, itaro smād, sorry, I should do a long A, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Let's do these 2 lines together 3 times and then we'll do it without looking. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Okay, without looking now. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava, vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. So let's try from the beginning. How does it begin? Remember, to accept. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. What is it? Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Let's try looking at it again. Okay. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Let's try doing this 5 times with looking, 5 times without looking. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Okay, now without looking. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Sorry, I messed up. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Last one. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko, viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ. Vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair, itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Alright, so hopefully you have it memorized by now. And yeah, as far as this verse, there are some notes. Let me just open this up. In the definition Śloka book, which I've been using for this program, there are some notes there. And I'm not sure if all of this is 100% like. I think it was Aranya Maharaj who was speaking this. And so he generally speaks everything from Śastra, but just, letting you know that I don't know 100% how. I think I've heard a lot of this also, but it says so the main, like one of the main points is somebody who doesn't have dīkṣā isn't really a Vaishnav according to the standard definition of a Vaishnav. And that's why very often you see that if somebody doesn't have dīkṣā, even though they've been devotee for their whole life, they aren't really allowed to go on the altar or cook in Thakurji's kitchen, according to the temple standards. It's when you get dīkṣā, when you actually that's when you're really becoming a Vaishnava. Actually, we've seen in the, the story how Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj got dīkṣā mantras was, after the whole breakup of the Gaudiya Math, it was chaos, absolute chaos. We've never seen anything like that in our Sangha, I'm not even sure if in ISKCON it was that extreme. Because after the breakup of the Gaudiya Math, I don't know the details to this, but many of our acharyas were put into jail, like our Param Gurudev. And I don't remember all the people who were put into jail, but they were falsely accused of something and then thrown into jail. So my Param Gurudev and a lot of our acharyas were there. Was Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shira Goswami Maharaj there? There's quite a number of our acharyas were in jail. And so there was nobody there to take care of them, except for my Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj. At that time, he was just a young boy. I don't know how old he was. Maybe he was like 12 or something like that. But at that time, he got Harinam initiation from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but he hadn't yet received dīkṣā. And these, these great personalities in the Gaudiya Math, they were so strict that they wouldn't eat, no matter what, they wouldn't eat anything from somebody who hadn't taken dīkṣā. They were so strict about that. So even though Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj brought something to eat, some of them, not all of them, but some of them wouldn't take it. They wouldn't eat it because he hadn't yet received dīkṣā. So my Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, he gave dīkṣā to Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj through the bars. And this is how I heard it. I don't know, I haven't read this. This is just how I heard the story. So I'm not sure if it's 100% exact how I'm saying it, but anyhow, just but yeah. And so then he got dīkṣā, and then when he'd cook, then everybody started to take what he was making. But that is, how strict. And I remember even when I was living in Keshurji Gaudiya Math, I was trained like that. And so there was a boy that came. He was staying in the Math, and I think he had a Harinam initiation, and he was doing everything, wearing tilak, following the whole temple program, and he was a devotee. But I was just trained, not to take anything from somebody who didn't have dīkṣā. So me, Prem Pradeep, and a few others, when he was serving up prasad, I didn't make a big deal about it, but I'm not that strict now anyways. But at that time, I was trying to follow everything exactly, how we were told to follow. And so I would just say, oh no, I'm not really hungry for that right now. When he was going by, and I wouldn't take it. Right? Sometimes it was kind of inconvenient because he started serving out prasad. But anyways, that might sound really hardcore. But that was the standard, Anyhow, so that's one thing. Is a Vaishnav is somebody who's got dīkṣā. And then there's a note here, though, in the definition Shloka books, unless there are some saṁskāras from previous life. So, and how do we know if somebody has saṁskāras from their previous life? But anyways, yeah, somebody can be a Vaishnava. I guess it doesn't mean that somebody has to have dīkṣā to be considered a Vaishnava. But if they're a Vaishnava in their previous life and they have some saṁskāras, I'm not able to comment on that because I don't know enough. There's another note here. Dīkṣā is complete when śaraṇāgati is complete. When śaraṇāgati is manifest in a full way, that means your dīkṣā is complete. Yeah, because dīkṣā isn't something that we continue to do forever. Once we've attained perfection, then we don't need dīkṣā anymore. It's just there to help us reach our goal. Whereas Harinam is something that's there while we're practicing, and it's also there in perfection. But dīkṣā is just there while we're practicing. And so dīkṣā is complete when śaraṇāgati is complete. And śaraṇāgati is complete when the ruchi is coming. Interesting. And a Vaiṣṇava is someone who has ruchi. So this is talking, yeah. And a Kanishta is a Vaishnava abhas. They're not actually a Vaishnav, but they are, and I think in Chaitanya Charitamrita it says Vaishnav prai. They resemble a Vaishnav. They look like a Vaishnav, but they're not quite a Vaishnav. And so anyways, the general meaning of Vaishnav is anyone who's accepted dīkṣā. And I think, what is it? How does that verse from Manashuksha go? Yes, it does. It says that. Krishneti yasya giritan manasadriyeta. To that person who just utters the name Krishna, to that person manasadriyeta, we offer respects to them in the mind. Right? They're like a Kanishta Vaishnav. And then what's the next one? Krishneti yasya giritan manasadriyeta. Dīkṣāsti chet pranati bhishcha bhajantam isham. And that person who has gotten dīkṣā, we offer them obeisances, we offer them pranam. So the first one, Kanishta Vaishnav, the one who just utters Krishna's name, we honor in our mind. But that person who has actually accepted dīkṣā, we consider them, that person, if they're actually properly following this process of being initiated and they're a proper disciple, then that means that they've come to the Madhyam platform. And so we offer obeisances to that person. And then, what's the last one? And then the last is the Uttam Adhikari. Shushushaya bhajana vigyam ananya manya nindadi shunya hridam ipsita sangalabdya. That person who is, sorry, my mind goes blank when I'm on the spot. But yeah, I can't think when my mind goes, you can't think right now, and then my mind just doesn't work. Anyhow, main point is that somebody who has dīkṣā is considered a Vaishnav, like really a Vaishnav. Okay, let's try 3 more times. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Without looking. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair itaro smād avaiṣṇavo. Avaiṣṇava, sorry. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair itaro smād avaiṣṇava. Gṛhīta-viṣṇu-dīkṣāko viṣṇu-pūjā-paro naraḥ vaiṣṇavo bhihito bhijñair itaro smād avaiṣṇava. So that's, oh my god, this recording is too long. Anyhow, hopefully you memorize this verse. And my explanation isn't that great. I'm not so, but I'm looking forward to hearing all of your explanations, because that's, lots of times you speak things I never thought of, and you just illuminate it so much more. So this is just mainly to help with memorizing the verse. I'm not so knowledgeable to be able to explain it nicely. Anyhow, I'm just practicing. So I'm going to stop this recording now. Thanks for watching this video. Hari-bol.